back. So New Mexico State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And the Aggies just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. On the move, he fires. A strike downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
Rides to back and leaves it. Nice move there. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it. It's Jenkins. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Clark wants to throw. Under fire. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Western Kentucky's offense will take the field for the first time. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I wonder if the receiver heard footsteps on that play. Defender, very, very close, but you'd like to see your wide receiver haul that in.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down. The Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Handoff from the shotgun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Power football with the run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. Clark to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Finds his tight end. He's loose at the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Here we go.
They'll send the back in motion. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
And the Hilltoppers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking to pass. Gets it out fast. Turning it on! Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Topper. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Extra point here will tie the game. And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Clark wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Motion from the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll keep it himself. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Motion from the back. Wants to go up top. grab behind the line. It's Gant. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Got it, looking for the first down. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's fourth down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Running to Green. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this, and listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
42 Spider. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
The Hilltoppers are rolling down the field.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Myers. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Swings it out to the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. That's reeled in. It's Myers. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Hilltoppers with the 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The Hilltoppers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Ready,
And the Hilltoppers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Clark to fire. Now improvising. Oh, he's got some space. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. New Mexico State lines up quickly. Off play action on first down. Got his man. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. New Mexico State has it 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's a heat. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. First play of the drive, it's the end around. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And the defense has to be careful. When you got receivers with the speed that guy has, you really need to play with good eye discipline and know where the ball is at all times. Because if he outflanks you, he can take it to the distance.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Hit as he throws. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Ineligible safety, downfield, offense.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Gant. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltoppers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Now the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Rush is on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
Hunt is on its way. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's going for it all. He's got it down the left side. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Eastern Michigan is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed style of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Northern Illinois. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
Clark wants to throw. Bringing the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll run the screen. Out across the 25 to the 26, but needed a little bit more. It'll be 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start this drive with an end around. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This offense can break off explosive plays, throwing it and running it and doing it in a variety of ways. And I like how they get their receivers involved. Nice job there on that jet sweep getting the first.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Hilltoppers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down.
Convoy. Hustle.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires it down the seam. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Clark to fire. Here's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it on the outside. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
To the air on 1st down. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. A first down run in the red zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on first down. He's going for the big play. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. The Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Clark wants to throw. He'll heave it deep. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Get set, get set.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Clark to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And the Aggies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Jenkins. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, setting him the floor.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They go to the wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
They'll send the back in motion. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. It's caught. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
The Hilltoppers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Hilltoppers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? The Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give from the gun. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Clark wants to throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Second down coming up. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Bulldozes his way through. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got a chance. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Pulls it in. It's Jenkins. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, trying to pick up some positive yards.
Behind the chains now on second and long. QB draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on third down. Off the play fake. He's got him.
Man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
They boot it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
This offense has it with really good field position. The run from the shotgun. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Clark to fire. Pocket breaking down. Had to throw it before he wanted. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Illinois went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Illini ever do that? Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's going up top here late in the game. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And this team's been very solid all across the board. And it's got to be a fun unit to coach, especially when you got quarterbacks out wide that you can just depend on. You can leave him on islands. You can vary coverages, and you see it right here. He breaks on the football. He understands where it's going. And that's such a luxury to have a guy out there that you can trust for a whole football game.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, time. Right now it's coming up on 3rd down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the 4th quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Fourth down, gotta have it here. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.